Man's got me up at midnight, you know, making these response videos. Came back from my other house about 15 minutes ago. Don't get it twisted. I didn't come home from work at 5 p.m. and go straight to my other house and work there until midnight. I ain't that much of a crazy psycho lunatic workaholic. Came back here like 5 o'clock, rested for an hour, then went to my other house, done some work, came back for dinner, went back, done some more work, and then I arrived back here at like 1:15 midnight. I ain't that much of a crazy psycho lunatic workaholic. So I see this comment and I thought, you know what? Let me respond to it before the night's out. Before I jump in the shower and hit the pillow. Quick question. Is it systemically harder for a black man to get a job than a white man based on colour in the UK? Well, obviously this individual must be new to my TikTok account, let alone my YouTube channel, to ask me a question like this. But for any of you lots that might be new to my channel, because I see some people and the things they say, I know they're new to my channel. I'll touch upon that in a little bit. I'm saying no. I'm saying the only way it's harder for you as a black man in this country, in this day and age, not in the 50s and the 60s when my Jamaican people then came over and it was difficult. The only reason why it'll be hard for you as a black man during this day and age, 2024 and onwards and a little bit before that, the only reason why it'll be harder for you is because you believe in it. See, I don't believe in systemic racism, so therefore, I won't be affected by it. I'm not going to allow myself to think, because I'm a certain skin colour, because I'm from a certain demographic, because I'm from a certain area, my life is going to be harder. That is bullshit. It's bullshit. This is why man jumped on YouTube, jumped on TikTok, got an Instagram account to show the world, you know what? You can come from a poor background. I come from a good home. I come from a poor background. You can come from the ends. You can get involved in gangs. You can go to jail. You can drop out of college. I dropped out of college. Yeah, the great JY dropped out of college, you know. And then as soon as you decide to turn it around, that's when you can begin your journey to making something of yourself. And that's exactly what happened to me. I come from a poor background, got involved in gangs, went to jail, dropped out of college. And I decided, you know what? Let me turn my life around. Got myself an apprenticeship and I just stayed on the right path. It is not harder for a black man to get a job. Like I said, certainly you lot might be new to this channel. And you lot have been watching me for a considerable amount of time. You lot will say that the current job that I'm at right now, there was like 6 to 8 other electrical testers. I never worked with them, man, there, but they've got 6 to 8 other electrical testers. They got rid of all the other guys and kept me and the next man on. Now, the other guys are white, man, but I am the only black person in my workplace. Anytime I go to my office, it's just a little office around the corner. Anytime I go to my office, I am the only person of colour in there. They might be like, I see one Asian guy in there now and then. I don't know who he is. But I'm pretty much the only person of colour. I'm the only black person I've ever seen in that office. So there's no systemic racism. Why the hell would they keep me on as a black man if there's racism when they could have got rid of me and kept white man on? Do you know why? Because I'm of value. I know what I'm doing at my in regards to my job. Yeah, I'm an asset to the company. So the only reason why certain black people ain't getting jobs, and they're not because of the colour of their skin, they might not be good enough for the job. Yeah, they might be alright. Their CV might look all kosher and look alright and that. But then when they go for the interview, they suck. They don't bring that right energy, that vibe, that focusedness to the interview. So I do not think it's harder as a black man to get a job or to succeed in this world. No way. And no one can convince me otherwise. So like I said, I jumped on YouTube and social media and that to prove a point. And the good thing about you, man, is like, big up man like Andrew Tate. Let's say that someone like Andrew Tate, yeah? You lot have seen him at the top. Yeah? You lot don't know him, or you ain't been watching him as he's progressed through the years and that. Whereas me, most of you lot have been watching for the last 2 years and that. You lot have seen man progress. Certainly you, man, have been watching me from the beginning when I had one property. Next thing you know, man's got a second, a third, a fourth, a fifth blood. And you know what the funny thing is, yeah? maybe some people just don't want to believe because they're coping, or some people are just ignorant, or some people are just fucking stupid. You know, there's some people that believe I don't actually have these properties, you know. I've seen comments, man are talking about, how do we not know that you're not just doing the maintenance on these properties and that? What, I mean, is there someone doing maintenance on 4 properties? Yeah. But come on. Obviously, at the time, it was 4 properties. Now it's 5. Like, I've seen, you know, like, I've seen searches. People have done searches on my name, you know. Is JY's TV broke? What the fuck? Man are doing searches. I saw a search the other night, you know. JY's TV salary. Like, what do you mean JY's TV salary? Do you think my fucking workplace has employed me as JY's TV, blood? No, I use my government name for work, fam. What are you talking about? JY's TV salary? Like, what doesn't even make no sense, fam. You need, yeah, I was gonna say the N word. You ninjas out here are crazy, man. Crazy, crazy, crazy. But you know what? It is hard to believe that, like, a common man like me can actually have 5 properties and that. But you know what? That is the greatest thing, because it's just showing you I'm as common as a guy that you'll meet on the street. Look at the way man dress. Do I have drip? Do I dress like I'm some superstar or anything like that? No, I'm just a normal guy that you could literally walk past in the street. Everybody that walks past me in the street, they would never believe that I have 5 properties. They'll probably believe that man's a fucking delivery driver or some guy that just carries around tiles and that. If you know, you know. Yeah? They would never believe. But that just goes to show that you can be a commoner. I'm a commoner. I'm just as average as most man that you meet on the street, like physically. Yeah, obviously the mind is different, obviously. But obviously when I'm on these jobs and I don't tell none of the tenants that I got properties and that. I might say I got my own house, that's it. But 99.9% of the time, I never tell them that I've got like even 2 or 3. Even when I had 2 or 3. Like, I told one woman the other day, because it came up in conversation, that, yeah, I've got 5 properties. I have to tell them, believe it or not. And, like, they're probably just sitting there, like, they're like, wow. But they're probably afterwards sitting there scratching their head, like, how the fuck did this guy, who is young enough to be my son, I've got kids, daughters, sons older than this guy, how the hell has he got 5 properties and I'm fucking 55 years old, still in a fucking council house? They can't believe it. They can't believe it. But they ain't got my work ethic. They would never dream of coming back from work at 5 o'clock and then going and then doing more work and that. Nah, man, they got to sit on the phone and talk to their friends. They got to, scroll on TikTok or YouTube or watch the stupid ass shitty soap opera programs and that. So, yeah. Even if you think for a second like, there might be systemic racism and that. Who gives a shit? Override it. You're a Ross Clark man. Yeah, a part of being a man is overcoming adversity and that. And you know what? You lot don't really hear me talk about like the categories of males, like alpha male, beta male. You lot won't really. I don't really talk about it. You never hear it come out of my mouth. Yeah, but the most alpha male thing you could do is to be stuck in a bad situation or believe, you know what, the odds are against me. The most alpha male thing you can do is think, you know what, maybe there is systematic racism. Maybe I'm at a deficit. Maybe I'm at a disadvantage. Fuck it, I'm still going to try. I'm still going to win. I'm still going to succeed. The most beta male thing you can do, and like I say, you don't hear me using these terms, alpha male, beta male. Like, I don't use these terms and that. But the most beta male thing you can do is cry and moan and complain about black oppression and not do nothing about it. The most alpha male thing you could do is say, do you know what? Yeah, black oppression does exist. Fuck it. But I'm still going to be successful anyway. That's the most alpha male thing you can do. The most beta male, bitch ass, feminine thing you can do is sit and complain. So, is there such thing as systemic racism? Is it harder for black people? I don't give a shit. I'm successful. That's it. I don't care. I don't give a shit if it exists or not. I'ma override it. I'm a fucking bad man.